EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lauder alongside my colleague Frank Novelo for EA Sports. Getting set to go at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the great state of Florida.
Hello. Nope.
Back over now to the fourth. Early in the round, still holding steady, even par on the day.
Yeah, it's got that feel it could go either way here. Next few holes will probably tell us which way.
Lay down. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
I can see whether you can share the...
He's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. Now to the fifth hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, 635 yards. A lot going on here, Frank.
The shorter hitters don't really worry about the swampland on the left because it really only cuts in to worry the longer hitters if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters, 2 good shots, set up a wedge shot. Longer hitters, are you straight enough to hit it into the narrowest part of the fairway?
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway.
Yeah.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
God, Connie, you're too young, mate. Yeah, if you want.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this.
Is Uncle Mike on, Connor? Oh, that's okay.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. On to the par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway, and that might be worth considering for the short hitters. to try and flash it across the narrowest part of those
when you come
wetlands,
back up, you can show it.
276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Good contact, good result. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, how much does that birdie help the cause?
Well, it doesn't look like much right now, Rich, just sneaking inside the top 20. But at the end of the day, that might be the one that turned the tide.
Here at the par 5 7th at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club, 592 yards.
Well, when he goes after it like he is here.
Big shots.
Smoked that one.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin.
Come on.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Moves into the top 10 with that birdie. There you have it, Frank. First round is complete. What are your thoughts, partner?
Rich, I think anyone inside the current top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly well placed to go on and take this championship.
Cool. Can you hear me, Mike? Put a comment on the bottom. Oh dear. I've got one viewer, which I think is your Uncle Mike.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
The last par 5 on this golf course is the 15th. It's 590 yards. You think, Frank, this is the time to be aggressive?
Certainly is. Longer hitters must be licking their chops on this par 5. 300-plus yard tee shot, you can definitely get high. Shorter hitters, just set it up for a nice wedge shot. But if you are going to go at this par 5 and 2, well protected by those 3 bunkers. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Yeah.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Now his third, staring right at the green.
I'll get it in. Hi, Laney. Guys. Take a Laney's with you watching. Or is this when you show it later? Chip it in.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Oh, wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
Still got a birdie putt there.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Making our move to the home stretch, the 16th. It's a par 4 and a good one at 455 yards.
And a chance to actually get a good run for the clubhouse because the holes are fairly short coming in. So good drive here, find the putting surface, maybe start the roll right here.
Big hit.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Yeah, I'll put it on there as soon as you... Nope.
This one's looking good. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round. Chance for back-to-back.
So one shot closer to the lead with that birdie. '17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe this hole?
game volume.
Well, it's a hole really that shapes up well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing.
Broadcast settings. No.
Just do the game volume.
This is
Just turn the game volume down.
no.
Press the start button, go to the settings, then turn the game volume down.
I think got audio sharing.
When you're not on the application.
Yeah, no, it pauses.
Yeah, and all the little buttons roll.
No, I don't know how to change it. I'll have to just skip. Don't know what does it. No, it's gonna be longer than 15 minutes.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Yeah, straight
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Not going so well for him. He has this for bogey. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Well, this is it, Frank, the 18th hole, and on paper, it looks like you can get this one. You can make a birdie because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up really short iron wedge into this short par 4. And well, I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger, that's an absolute beauty.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself that it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Yeah, it was just a little bit close, wasn't it? Let's go for the next round, I think. Play all 4 rounds in here.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
Albatross. Which? That's all going, 20 minutes.
Second shot.
This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. You like this one, Frank?
It's a good one. Safely on.
So just a formality here.
What?
Did the job right there. Par 411, Frank, we're looking at 443 yards.
Yeah, the Wetlands Golf Course is a really good driving course. This is another example here, Rich, where the fairway's just wide enough to reward a good tee shot, and then those two bunkers don't really come into play. But he's loading up on it.
Big hit.
Look at the coil there. Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Frankie, he put the thumb down on that one.
It's still going. Look, you've got to get that thumb going as quick as you can. That is hot warp speed.
Come on, let's get this. Let's up this way. Nope, not going.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round.
Even par, currently.
In for par.
Minus 10.
Par 5-12 here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club is 576 yards. First par 5 on this backside. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Just a little bit closer.
Chance to get it close here.
Can you come off? Okay. Nice. This is gonna go in. As long as I get the full swing, that's gonna go in. Yeah, there we go. And
No way!
boom.
He hold it, Frank.
Great picture.
Yeah.
Here we go at the par 4 13, 452 yards. What's the best angle of attack?
The straight line really is the best way here, like a lot of holes on the golf course. But straight, as we know, is not often easy. Fairway does start to widen up the further out there you get it. So for the longer hitters, this hole actually plays relatively easy. For the shorter hitters in that narrow area, that'll leave you a lengthy second shot where you just might have to bisect the two front greenside bunkers.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
Don't need to do that, Mike. It just lands in.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And with that birdie, moves to third place. Good par 3 here at the 14th. It's a little bit more than 200 yards, Frank.
And there's a bunker short.
See whether I can get this.
So you've got to fly that coming in there. And if you do miss time one, that's when that body of water to the right really comes into play. Typical Floridian golf, but high-flying, soft-landing tee shot, once again, is the goal.
Jack and Mike, I'll get it all in one.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. And it makes the green in regulation. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
Wow. It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Well, this one's tracking.
Get in!
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
So through 54 holes, a really good position inside the top 5 with one round to go.
Yeah, and those handful of players that we're looking at, Rich, they certainly have looked the best players this week, which makes tomorrow look like a real thriller.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Getting set for all the action on what my idol Vin Scully would have said was a beautiful afternoon here in the Sunshine State. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting ready at Wetlands Golf and Country Club. An interesting layout, Frank. The players are ready to go. And what are you thinking about as you get set to tee off?
Well, you're thinking about you're going to play a long golf course, sort of mid-7,000 yard range. But this is a golf course that you actually do get to hit your driver more often than not. So it's a good driving golf course. Green's relatively flat as well, but be careful if you're a little weak of heart. Look left or right, you might see the odd gator or two.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today?
spectators thing, the little red thing underneath before. They said, hi, welcome to my broadcast. Say hi.
Yeah, no. That's what I put.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it.
Moving on to the tricky 14th here at the Wetlands. It's 204 yards, but there is plenty of trouble out there.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop. Yet another birdie and yet another tie at the top of the leaderboard.
Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands, 590 yards.
Macaroni?
There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, how about that eagle at this point in the tournament?
16th hole at the Wetlands is a par 4, 455 yards.
Once again, another reward for a straight tee shot, but this green heavily guarded by sand. So, good tee shot, and, well, this one, you're going to have to hit one of the better iron shots required at Wetlands.
Welcome one and all. Obviously, anybody else want to watch this, when it's finished, when it's up on YouTube, anybody that doesn't know, one of my friends, Lenny, has got her own little YouTube, Techne. Now, I'll probably get this wrong and she'll shout at me. Techne.
Frank, this really is kind of a good lesson. You and I had said earlier that it looked gloomy, but you dig in, you keep fighting, and something good happens.
You have to credit his composure.
Putting the correct one on there. Or she might even comment on it herself.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
See whether I can win this. Not doing too bad. We like it. Just give the like button a bit of a press. And hopefully there'll be some more videos, good broadcast coming up. Might even do a Bit of Uncharted 4. No problem. That's it. Tech Laney Gamer. I do apologise, Laney.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Oh, dude,
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par.
We'll finish this
putt for birdie.
and then we'll put a bit of Uncharted 4. I'm a little bit through it.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here we go at the 17th. It's a par 3, and it takes
game.
one good strike. That's what you like about par 3s of this length, Frank. 238 yards. Can't fake it here.
You certainly can't, and that green just shapes a little bit to the player's right. So the best shot to hit in here would be a little draw. And that is also the avenue provided by those two bunkers. One short left and the other one back right.
Get down real well.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Also, anybody who wants to have a little bit of a playing golf against me on PlayStation 4, obviously my my profile's dazbo74's. Just add me, let me know. We might do a live broadcast of a little bit of a golf. I'm not too fussed on the FIFA on this, to be honest. I might do it, but it's not a necessity. Especially with the new game coming out soon. Good.
Oh, what an
There we go.
incredible shot.
And that's it.
17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe
Two
this
more
hole?
holes.
Well, it's a hole really that
That's
shapes up
possible.
well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing slightly to the right. A nice little draw into this par 3. And that'll find a nice avenue. Maybe a kick forward, 15, 20 feet left for birdie. And if you birdied 16, chance to birdie 17 as well.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Yeah, just to be honest, I was thinking about doing it, but yeah, obviously I don't think Brian would be too bothered. I think it's more my dad might just be a little bit dubious on it.
Should be safely on deck.
Terrific golf shot. And now,
But I
that
might do it.
for
I
an
might
easy
do it
birdie.
later without their knowledge.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. That's why you play the game, to stack up the wins. Great effort right there.
There you go. And that's that one, I think. There you go. Leveled up again. Right, I'm not sure how this works, but it might go off when I come out of this game. But if you stay on me YouTube channel, I will be back on shortly with with another game. Oh, there you go. BioWare Classic. Who'd have thought? BioWare. There we go. Right, let's jump to Survival Club. So I have to get to doing. Oh, got one there. All the different parts. Okay, we've got commissar. Have the comedian, Mike. Have the comedian. Because I said I'll be back on shortly.